There's Justin. The DJ Art Show. Welcome back to the DJ Art Show.
Stop.
I was having fun.
We're doing a Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A while I doodle.
Well, Derek draws a... Well, you guys just have to wait and see what he's drawing.
Yeah.
So, a few hours ago, I asked you guys on Instagram to give us some questions to answer, and you guys did. So now we're going to go through them, and we're going to answer them.
Oh, we are answering them?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, why wouldn't we answer them?
I'm fully aware of us answering.
All right. First question comes from Gronch0, or Groncho. Who was your biggest inspiration? You go first.
Of course you gotta put me on the spot like that. My biggest inspiration, well, I've got two. Well, first I'll go off my artist inspiration, like which artist inspired me the most, and that would be Mr. Brian Froud. If you don't know who that is, he did shit like, he worked on shit like The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and movies like that, like the Jim Henson movies, when Jim Henson went through his weird phase in the 80s. And then other one probably, it's going to sound cheesy, and my mom. Because she was an artist, and I knew growing up, like that was what I wanted to get that good. I wanted to get on her level of artistry. And now she claims I surpassed her by like a bunch, but I still don't necessarily see it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, those are my two. Probably my mom and Mr. Brian Froud.
For me,
of Dark Crystal history.
I would say probably the people that had the biggest influence on me were probably Mark Crilly for like high school, like junior high and high school. Mark Crilly's a YouTube. Bubbles, come on, bro. Mark Crilly's he's not a YouTuber. He is, but he's an artist that does comics and manga and stuff like that. And he has a YouTube channel where he does a bunch of tutorials, and he's been around YouTube for quite a while. And I used to watch his videos all the fucking time, and they help me out a lot. So if you're looking for somebody who does tutorials and shit, you look up Mark Crilly on YouTube. He's got a lot of really great videos. He posts a new video every week, I think. You give up on it?
Just made me mad. We can continue.
Then another one is, my favorite artist right now is Joe Madureira. He does comics. So yeah, those are my inspirations.
Nerd.
Really?
Nerd.
Next question is from Captain Smiley.
Okay.
What was your biggest obstacle as an artist and why? Captain Smiley 1.
Biggest artist.
Biggest obstacle as an artist. Huh.
That's actually, like, I guess that I feel like I need that one. I feel like that one needs a little more explaining, but probably one of the biggest challenges as an artist I faced in high school especially was art envy.
Yeah.
And feeling like because an artist is better than you, you're never going to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so
a big one.
That's kind of like one of those things where you constantly are wanting to give up because it's like, oh, I'm never going to be as good as, fucking Jimmy Johnson or whatever, so why bother?
Yeah.
But keep at it, because I know a lot of the artists who who me and Justin would seriously be like, dude, they're so good in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Have nothing to do with art, and I don't even think they draw or paint or any of that stuff anymore. Like, I know one of them is a fucking cop. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with art, and he did amazing work. And
yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
My biggest art obstacle, hands down, is fucking procrastination. I have a horrible problem with procrastinating. Still working on ways to overcome it, but procrastination is definitely a problem I have, and it's definitely.
You're talking about. So do you have procrastination only when, like you have a commission, or a deadline?
Just drawing in general. Like I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna draw after I get off work, but then I get off work and I just sit around for a few hours, and then finally I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off my ass and finally draw.
Oh, he wants to eat that.
So procrastination's a big obstacle for me.
I get that, but I that's why I was asking. I always get that when I'm on a commission, which is not good. Don't make that a habit. You will not get commissions.
Yeah,
Make it a habit.
Actually, when it's a commission, it actually motivates me to get to work on it, because I don't want it to take forever, and it makes me feel, I don't know, I like to feel productive. So it's like I get to draw and be productive, so it's great. Even though drawing, like, period, is productive because you're getting better and you're practicing and improving.
Wait, who sent that question? Did you say the name?
Captain Smiley 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I'm an idiot and thought we had. No, I'm not doing that. What am I doing?
All right, next question comes from Derpy Squid 265.
Great name. You have a fantastic name.
Yep, I like it.
You know what?
What's your favorite series to draw, and what's your favorite drawing you've made? Well, there's two parts to that. I'm not sure what you mean, Derpy Squid 265, by series. I'm going to assume you mean what's your favorite thing to do fan art of. So we'll go with that. Derek, what's your favorite thing to do fan art of? Like series, TV show, movie, whatever. And then what's your favorite drawing you've ever done?
Right now, if you follow me on Instagram, obviously it's Hellboy.
Yeah.
I've got a problem. And my favorite drawing thus far was actually a drawing that I'm sad that I no longer have because it was a commission. And it was I drew a fox for a lady. She raised him actually, or some she had something to do with her life in foxes. It was either she raised him or rehabilitated him or something like that. Commissioned me through Facebook to do a fox drawing for her. And to this day, like something about, like, I did it on wood, and something about the wood grain and all that jazz just mixed so fucking well that I just love that drawing. And I get artist envy of myself from it. Like, I know when a couple times I tried to start like new social media or something to get my art out there a little more, that's the first drawing I post because I was that fucking proud of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I suppose. What about you?
Well,
chicken legs.
Cool. Just kidding. Favorite series to draw shit of right now is probably My Hero Academia. Is probably obvious to everybody on the planet.
I was like,
And then my favorite drawing ever. Favorite drawing ever. I've done a lot of drawings. If I had to pick one, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. I guess if I absolutely had to pick one, my favorite drawing ever would be
the one that's immortalized.
probably the one I did of Chomp Ed. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of that design that I did. I like that one a lot. It's really cute.
I'm honestly surprised about that answer.
I mean, I have other ones that I love a lot too, but I think right now I like it. The reason I think that it's my favorite is because I like the design. I'm really proud of the design I did.
No, I meant that it's random because I totally thought it was going to be the one your brother immortalized on himself.
That one I like a lot too, but that's not going to be the last one he immortalizes on himself, so.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get you to draw my tattoo, but I don't have money, so it's probably best that you're not drawing it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't work for free.
You drew it for your brother. We're like brothers, are we? Thought we were. Yes, no, it's okay.
Next one is from Captain Smiley 1 again.
Ooh, Captain Smiley 1, cramming in the questions. Let's hear it.
What's the hardest thing for you to draw?
Mine's silly. I hate drawing. I guess I'm.
Baubles. Come on, Brett.
Let's open the door, let her out. We're not. Ooh. My favorite. Wait, how? Where'd the question again? Sorry.
What's the hardest thing for you to draw?
Horses and flowers.
I hate drawing machinery and shit. Like, I don't like drawing mecha armor or.
Was that hard for you?
Yeah, I fucking hate it. Like, I hate geometric. I hate drawing geometric stuff.
I was gonna say the non-organic feel everything. I get that. I'm not a big fan of drawing like cars.
Yeah, I don't like drawing cars. Don't like drawing, like I said, mecha shit.
Nothing against it.
Tanks. Either. Really. Did you hear?
Yes. She's got to deal with it.
So yeah, that's what I have the hardest time drawing, and I also hate it. Next question comes from Jonah0314. How's life treating you? Good, thanks, Jonah.
Mine's horrible. I'm spiraling into a very, very deep depression. I'm just kidding. I'm fine.
Are you fine?
I don't know. We haven't had this talk in a while, Justin. I don't know if we should have it on air. I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally fine. Life's great.
Next one is from Rafael Borges or something. How did you start work as an illustrator? Well, it's not really my job, but...
I like how big his nose is.
Huh?
And like how big the nose was. I'm gonna dump it down a little.
I've been doing commissions recently, so I guess you could say I'm part-time freelance illustrator. And that started by growing an audience online. Growing an audience online is very important for artists these days. I would say that's like the top advice I can give about wanting to start work or get connections or whatever is grow an online presence.
Yeah, that's honest.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, what have you, all of the above.
Yeah, even going so far as to like create a Facebook account and then like have your family and friends share it, because art's not a big deal to a lot of people. It's surprising when you find that out. Like, so it's sometimes people don't know you can draw, or if they do know, they don't care until necessarily they see your work, and they're like, oh wow, that guy can really fucking draw, and then you start getting commissions and shit. So
yeah, definitely building a presence online is very important.
But there's other ways to do it, like go to like your local shops and stuff and see if maybe they'll post your work. I know I had a shop post my work here in our little town, and it didn't necessarily help too much, but Bubbles, I will beat you into submission. I'm just kidding, I don't beat my dog.
Okay. Next one is from Never Joke. Favorite genre of video games, anime, and movies. My favorite genre, I'll start this one. My favorite genre of video games is probably, I like open world games a lot. Games with like a lot of exploration
exploration
in heaven.
And world building.
Yeah, exploration, a lot of like, so I like games like obviously Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I like Red Dead Redemption, anything with a big open world where you explore and find shit. I like that stuff. And then for anime, my favorite genre of anime, oh, that's a tough one. I kind of don't really have a preferred genre of anime, to be honest. I kind of like everything. And then movies, same thing. Kind of like, I don't really have a preferred genre of movie. The only thing that I don't really fuck with at all is horror. But even then, I've seen some horror movies that I like. So I mean, other than video games, I don't really have a preferred genre. What about you, Derek?
Say the question again, sorry.
What's your favorite genre of video games, anime, and movies?
Video games is definitely fantasy RPGs, or just fantasies in general, honestly. I don't know, I just recently found out a little bit more about a game that I have no interest in the world, like Warhammer. It was Warhammer 2 Vermintide or something. I just think it looks really fun, and I kind of want to go buy it because it's like Left 4 Dead, I guess, but with not zombies. I'm a horror fan. I love horror movies, but I'm also like into fantasy and sci-fi. Not a ton of sci-fi, but there's a lot of sci-fis that I do like, but like I'm not gonna, unless it's like a main staple pop culture sci-fi movie, I'm not gonna specifically go and find it. And then what was the last one?
Anime.
Anime. I really like. I don't know if. Oh goodness. Hey, none of that, buddy. You're good.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah, sorry about that. One day we'll have that soundproofing up here. Hey, it's okay. Anime. Right now, I guess I don't have a favorite genre of anime, honestly. Not a.
Yeah, I kind of just like what I like.
I was like, least favorite genre is probably romancy animes.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge. Oh man, I guess I could say what my least favorite is. I'm not a huge fan of like standard shonen anime, really. I mean,
You used to be.
yeah, it used to be. And I'm not really a fan of isekai shit, where you're like a dude who gets transported into another world. Not generally a fan of those, because they always tend to be like a weird
Didn't you like?
harem fucking shit.
Never mind. I was gonna say something stupid. I'm not gonna say it.
Anyways, next question comes from Ubergent.
You've got a silly name, Ubergent.
Let me see. Okay. First, how was your day? Good, thanks, Ubergent.
Very unproductive. I've taken 2 naps today. Actually, I did 2 drawings too, which
Well, that's good.
yeah. But other than that, yeah, I'm productive.
And when you do proportions, what is your process? So I'm guessing you mean process for proportions.
Do you mean?
It depends on what the drawing is, because the proportions are going to be different depending on what you're drawing and what angle it's at. A lot of it comes down to being familiar with anatomy, how the human body works, and just knowing how things look from different angles. What?
God dang it, I forgot my color chart cheat sheet for these markers. I'm gonna wing it.
You want to go get your dog? What's she doing out there?
Just barking at nothing.
So yeah, it just comes down to being familiar.
We let him out too.
God.
He's done.
Yeah, it just comes down to being familiar with anatomy and all that other shit.
Just do it till, keep drawing till it looks right, kind of thing. Like you're gonna, until you like really get it down. I don't know. I still have problems with proportions sometimes, so just keep drawing till you get it. Like
Don't be afraid to erase your drawing and start over or redo something.
Even throw the fucker away.
Yeah. So yeah, looking at reference, being familiar with human anatomy or whatever it is you're drawing. Another thing that helps with noticing mistakes with proportions and stuff is holding your drawing up in a mirror and looking at it in a mirror. Or if any of you are familiar with anything with digital art, if you flip the canvas, it helps show errors. Sometimes it helps me to look at the drawing upside down, or if I turn it around and look at it through light, it helps me.
Or flipping it upside down. That was what always helped me.
Yeah, just changing the perspective helps you notice little errors that you didn't notice. All it takes is like a shift in perspective, and you'll be able to notice those mistakes and correct them.
I literally used to turn down upside down every drawing after I drew the face, like the rough outline of the face, because I was always afraid. Because I used to fuck up eyes really bad.
Yeah.
So I always would turn the drawing upside down to make sure before I continued. So my eyes were even and in line with the reference, and it didn't look like some derpy alien.
Next question comes from Dabby G Derp.
You guys all have fantastic names. I want you to know that.
Do you have any tips and tricks for starting out as a freelance artist? Build an online presence.
Build an online presence and
Build an online presence is the most important one. That's going to get you the furthest.
And I'd say don't be afraid to draw stuff that's not necessarily in your comfort zone. Like,
Yeah, that's
That way, like, you can show people, because like artists aren't one trick ponies 9 times out of 10. So that way you show your town or online friends or whatever, you can draw anything. Like Justin can do realism if he really wants to. He just chooses not to and gets more love with anime.
Hanume.
Depression Blue is really dark.
But yeah, thanks for the question, Dabby Derp, and nice name. Next one comes from Solo Scorcher. How did you start drawing in your current art style? Practice. Looking at artists that I like and trying to and taking the parts of their work that I wanted to implement into my own, and eventually you get something that's pretty unique to you. Just comes with time, practice, and yeah, that's how I did it. Derek, what about you?
No comment.
Okay. Well,
I'm just kidding. I agree with Justin. Just draw till you are satisfied with the work you're putting out, not necessarily just, oh, you emulated this person's style. Just do that from now on.
Yeah, you don't want to just copy somebody else's style. What I mean is find artists on Instagram, Twitter, wherever it is. Maybe you have art books of them. Maybe you know of a video game where you love the art for it, and you just look up who the artists were for that, and just look at their work. Do studies of their work where you just draw drawings or paintings of theirs that you like, and you'll become more familiar with how they solve problems and go about creating certain things, shapes, shading techniques, proportions, anatomy, stuff like that, how they twist anatomy, like stylized things. And eventually you'll take the parts that you like from that, and eventually you'll have your own little style that will be influenced by your favorites. And sometimes people can pick up on that shit. Like, I have people message me asking me, hey, do you take inspiration from X person? And I'm like, well, yeah, holy shit, you hit the nail right on the head. So yeah, definitely copying or doing studies of other people's work is a huge help, and really scrutinizing and analyzing their work to see what they do and how they do it.
Just till you find what you're comfortable drawing.
Yes.
Because you could start out, like, let's say your favorite artist is, this person, and you start drawing their work, but then you could end up liking completely something different than their style. It's just their style kind of inspired you to start.
Yeah. Next question comes from Effect X. Where did you learn to draw?
My house. No, we
my house.
We didn't have like a big art. We didn't have a big school that even had an art budget. We just had a generous art teacher that fucking pulled money out of his own pocket to make sure that he realized art was important.
I learned to draw also in my house.
Yeah, there's no specific there. Just
I did take art classes in college, like, for a few years, and some of those lessons helped me a lot.
Yeah, sure they did. I'm just kidding.
But for the most part, I'm self-taught, and so is Derek.
I thought you just called me Jared, and I was like, excuse me? I was like, got my name wrong on the internet? It's okay, whatever.
Next question comes from Mitch Boland. What is your biggest inspiration as an artist? Now, the reason why I feel like this is the same question as earlier when it was who inspires you, but I think that you can have, I don't think it needs to necessarily be you have people that inspire you, but I think you can also have things that inspire you. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, I guess it would be, what inspires me? Like, anytime I see, like, a show or read a comic or look at like, play a video game, I get inspired when it has, like, an aesthetic that I like, and I get inspired to want to create things like that.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Just like, okay, like, take, for example, I love the art of the movie, like the Hobbit movies. I love Weta Workshop's art and all their shit. That doesn't necessarily mean they pump out the greatest movies. The Hobbit movies weren't bad. Were they good? Debatable.
Yeah, it's not so much about a specific movie for me. Like, just like when I see things that
What do you?
I don't know, just seeing just seeing these products of people's work inspires me to want to do stuff. Because I see something that somebody's created, like when I sometimes when I'm sitting there watching a show, or when I see
There
like
it is, you little booger.
or when I read a manga or a comic, I'm like, wow, someone created this. It's awesome. It inspires me to want to create something too. So that's probably the biggest thing that gets me in the mood.
The way you said it.
Frozen Ink. Next question is from Frozen Ink. Do you like poetry?
Yeah. Depends on the poet.
I kind of like writing poetry.
I haven't written poetry in
I haven't
forever
either. I
because
haven't written
I'm
in a
not
while.
angsty anymore.
Yeah, I haven't written poetry in a long time, but I do enjoy writing it. I don't like writing like haikus and shit. I fucking hate that shit. It's like, I don't know.
But
It feels restrictive.
could I name a poet? No, I could not. Like
Edgar Allan Poe. you
Edgar
dumb.
Allan Poet.
Next question.
Ugh.
Artistic Nas is the next question. It's from Artistic Nas.
I was like, if that's a term, I don't know it, so you're gonna have to explain because I'm a dumbass.
Well, no, it's just artistic_Nas. What made you want to become an artist? It's fun.
I was like, I just enjoy it. There's some things that people genuinely enjoy while, like, you know, when you're in high school especially, don't be afraid to enjoy drawing and being that kid that draws on the desks, but don't let the teacher see you because they will make you stay after class. But, like, I know I enjoyed drawing when I was in school. Ooh, tried to reload this and I don't know if it worked very well. There's, like, the people who obviously love sports. There's people who love, like, shop class and stuff. And some people love art. I went off on a tangent, sorry.
Nice. The next two questions are kind of repeats of stuff we've already touched on.
We'll go and give them a shout out anyway.
We got a question from Esdrogus. Boy, your style is awesome, really insane. What type of artist inspired you?
That's probably for you specifically.
Well, like I said before, Mark Crilly, Joe Mad. I get inspired by, there's no like single artist that inspires me. Like pretty much every artist I follow on Instagram and Twitter inspires me. So it'd be kind of hard to go down the list. I guess I could do some shout outs. Maybe I'll do some shout outs at the end of the video. If I don't forget. Samuel.
He's gonna forget.
Next question comes from, I can't see his full name. Samuel Comlo something. What led you to your art style, or rather, what made you find your art style? Well, we touched on this one. Mainly for me, it was finding artists that I like their work, and I just took bits and pieces from their work that I liked and incorporated it into my own. Code Noble 4 asks, what inspires a lot of your art? We already touched on that one, but thanks for again, I like seeing things other people have created. Inspires me to get up and work on shit. I think this one's in another language, but I think it's asking me if I would draw Solid Snake. From Like T Wolf.
Like T Wolf,
maybe one day, Like T Wolf. Maybe one day.
Like T Wolf, we speak English here, so
No, fuck off.
I was gonna say we're uneducated, but okay, be that way.
I'm just kidding. Next one comes from just_Josh456. How long does it take you to complete a drawing?
Depends. If I want to do a full-fledged color drawing on wood with the background and all that, you're looking at like 8 to 20 hours, depending on size. But then, like, I've been doing these Copic, they're not Copics, but I've been doing these marker drawings, and they're taking me roughly 1 to 2 hours, just because I'm just doodling with them pretty much, because I think they're fun.
For me, on average, I would say about 5 to 6 hours. If it's like a pretty good size, if it's like an average size full color drawing, that's usually how long it'll take me. Next question comes from, I can't read the whole name, Gyo Takatsanabi. Okay, let me try and read that. Gyo Takatsabani, and then it trails off to more. What is your favorite Vocaloid song? I don't listen to Vocaloid.
What is Vocaloid?
The like Hatsune Miku.
Oh. Yeah, Justin's not that weeby.
Well, I've heard songs of theirs, but I don't know any specific ones, and I'm sure I'm open to a lot. I'm open to trying things. So.
That means he's into butt stuff.
Yes.
On himself.
I'm into butt stuff. So I don't know. I have to try listening to some. Maybe I'll have a favorite, but for now I don't really listen to them. Next question comes from Santiago Valeg.
I think I fucked this up.
What were your biggest inspirations when you started? What are they now? Oh, we already answered this one sort of. For me at the start, or towards the start, it was definitely Mark Crilly. Guessing for Derek, it was his mom, like you said at the beginning.
Yep.
For now, my biggest inspirations are like Joe Mad. I like the artist from who did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hey, you just got their book, didn't you?
Yeah, I got an art book. I like her work a lot. There's plenty of other ones, man. I could sit here and list them. But yeah, those are what we inspire. And for Derek, now it's like Brian Froud. And is there anybody else
Oh, artists that inspire me today?
to do now? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know if I necessarily have an inspiration for art anymore. Just I have a bunch of artists I admire, but my style is nothing like theirs. But yeah, I guess I don't have an inspiration technically right now. No one's inspiring me. That sounds horrible, but
That's sad.
that's the truth. That's the cold hard truth. I'm not inspired. Uninspired.
Next question comes from, hold on, Goldie Wolfie.
Goldie Wolfie.
It looks like you don't make a single mistake in your art. All sketch and perfectly shaded. How? I make plenty of mistakes, and I don't think I perfectly sketch things.
Well, the reason you're probably
But thank you very much for the compliments.
And the reason you may not be seeing it is because
You just got to train your artistic eye.
Well, that, and a lot of times, if either of us make a mistake, we will literally pause and fix it off camera. And
I don't know if he was specifically talking about the vids, but if you are, then yeah, what Derek said.
And then sometimes it's so minor that only we notice. I'm gonna have to wait for this fucking face to dry before
But yeah, we make mistakes.
Like that one right there. This wasn't a Q&A video. I'd pause it.
We make mistakes all the time. You just gotta. It's just you don't see it because you gotta train that artistic eye, and then eventually you'll start seeing mistakes.
And sometimes you make mistakes, or we'll make mistakes, and we have to leave them in the drawing, and only we will notice them because you're your own worst critic.
Next question comes from, I can't read his whole name, Jericho Cross something. You have a certain character you love to repeatedly draw, or draw to compare growth? I go through phases of characters that I love to draw. Like I went through a phase where I like to draw, where I drew Ulquiorra from Bleach a bunch of times. He's really fun to draw. I've drawn Ochako from My Hero Academia a bunch. I like drawing her a lot. Nothing else really right at the moment that I'm obsessed with drawing.
Right now I'm obsessed with drawing Hellboy, but I actually have an OC that I draw every couple of years. Haven't drawn.
Yeah.
I haven't drawn him for 5 or 6 years, so maybe I'll do that on an episode.
Yeah, for the second part of your question, draw to compare growth. I've only done a draw this again challenge one. I've done it twice. Did it once with Ukiora, and I did it once with a drawing I did of Shinya Kogami from Psycho Pass. But I don't do it that often.
That's the same thing. My character, my OC that I draw, I will. Yeah.
Next question comes from HLM_NoFace. What's your favorite part of the drawing process?
The planning and the end result.
So, the whole thing?
No, the planning and like planning the drawing out, like when you get your first rough sketch in, and then when you're done, like that satisfaction you get when you're done.
Yeah, I like that. I like my favorite part of the drawing process is probably honestly doing contour lines with the pencil.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. You're weird. You're a
Fuck
freak.
you.
You're a freak.
Fuck you.
You're a freak.
Fuck you. Next question comes from Sen Trillion. Who or what inspires your art style? Thanks for the question, Sen Trillion. But
We've answered this.
we've answered this question.
Like 6 times now.
So I hope we answered your question by now.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Hyptical. Favorite drawing of the month? This month, my favorite one is the commission I did of Black Hanekawa from Monogatari. I like that one a lot. You guys don't know which one that... Maybe you guys saw me post that. It's that cat girl with the bloody hands.
That's probably my favorite drawing of yours of recent. Also, mine is probably that second drawing I did with these markers, which was Hellboy, Ron Perlman style. I don't know. I just felt like I got a lot of depth in that. Like, I don't know. Like I see Justin do Copics, and I'm like, man, one day I'll try anime. But right now,
One day I will try the animes.
I don't.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah, I know.
The next question comes to us. Wait, did I answer that last question? Favorite drawing? Yeah, I did. Black Hanekawa. Next question comes from Michaela Arts. Michaela asks, can you draw one of my OC? I would love to see one in your style. Michaela, I will draw your OC if you commission me.
What about an art trade? Would you be willing for an art trade?
No.
Wow, you're...
Maybe one day, but... I do. I've never done one before. I would like to do one eventually. I'm just too busy right now. Thanks for the question, Michaela. Really appreciate your support. Why are you laughing at that?
I know you're not trying, you're not meaning to, but you sound real fucking like sarcastic.
No, Michaela, thank you very much for your support. I did not mean to sound sarcastic. Michaela_arts, alright? I'm not trying to sound sarcastic. I just said that wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I greatly appreciate all your guys' support, and I greatly appreciate you guys sending me questions. And to us questions. This is another one. Oh, wait, okay. Next one comes from Geekstep. Hey, Geekstep, I'm doing a commission for him right now.
Oh, cool.
/she.
You don't know.
Don't know don't know the gender. But do you have a least favorite method? Hold on. Do you have a least favorite method of shading or blending? The dogs are trying to break in.
Yeah.
Least favorite method of shading is definitely
If you guys can't tell, I'm drawing a Ninja Turtle by now. Like, I'm doing my own rendition of Ninja Turtles, and if you can't, meh.
I'd say I don't.
I'm not loving it, honestly.
I don't like stippling. That's where you just dot the paper a bunch.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind shading with like gradients and shit, and I love cross hatching clearly, but that would be my least favorite method of shading or blending. What about you, Derek?
Probably stippling as well. I don't think it's because I'd hate it. I just never learned it, so that's why.
Thank you, Geekstep, for the question.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Next question comes from Mariela Garcia, but Garcia is spelt with an X. Who's your inspiration and what keeps you motivated on days when your energy is low? I hope we answered the inspiration part of your question already. Keeps you motivated when your energy is low.
LSD.
Drugs.
Lots of them.
I don't. When I have low energy days, honestly, I tend to just take a break. If you're taking breaks is really important. If you're having trouble with the drawing and you're getting frustrated, just step away.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back to it later, or honestly just scrap it and and start over. I don't think you were really talking about getting stuck on a drawing though. When my energy is low, I kind of just don't draw, to be honest.
Well,
probably not a good thing, but
I'd probably, I agree with you somewhat, but like when I want to draw but I'm just not feeling it that day, I will like watch something that inspires you. Watch your favorite movie. Watch your favorite TV show. Watch your favorite anime. Or go read your favorite book or comic. A lot of times those simple everyday tasks that you may do will inspire you.
yes. Well, I'm trying to refresh it here. Oh. Okay. We're coming up on the end here.
I hate this. Well, that's good because
Next question comes from Random Drawing. I can't read your whole name. How did you discover your art style? It just happened. Just practice, just drawing every day, looking at people you like, imitating what they do. Eventually you get a style. Didn't really have a set day I discovered it.
mine was my birthday.
What?
I'm
Oh, I was like, really?
No, and why would it? I hate my birthday. It's cursed.
Mastered_Droxian says, hello, I am your fan, XD.
Hello. Thank you for being a fan.
Thanks, bud.
People don't know this reference because they don't watch Golden Girls.
S. Hurtado asks, do you have any other hobbies other than drawing? I like...
Justin,
No, I don't.
Justin likes a heavy dose of masturbation.
Oh, that's my hobby. Got it.
He has mastered he's a master masturbator.
Other than playing video games and watching anime and shit and watching YouTube videos, no, not really, unfortunately. I don't have anything else I really like to do.
I like writing.
I probably would like writing, yeah, if I tried it again, if I got into it again.
I like writing and watching TV and movies, obviously. I'm getting back into reading. It's kind of hard, though. Never learned, Never learned to read.
Never learned to read. I was going to say, what?
No, yeah, I've been trying to write more, and then I've been trying to, just because it's a good life skill, I've been trying to be more, do more handiwork. Although it's not fun by any means. Like, last week I fixed the toilet. Was it fun? No. So I guess I wouldn't consider it a hobby.
It's not really a hobby, though. I was going to say it's like a chore.
I was like, something I want to get into is I want to get into sculpting. I would
Yeah.
love to get into sculpting, but it's expensive, and I may be buying Prismacolors within the next couple of months, or Copics. So
Awesome.
definitely gonna be fucking broke.
Thanks for the question, S. Hurtado. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you so much.
Next and last question comes from
Oh, shit.
otaku_artist with a 1 instead of an I. When did you start seriously drawing? Probably when I was in college. Is when I started being like, hey, this is the thing I want to do all the time.
For me, it was definitely high school, late high school, probably senior year. I just started getting commissions like crazy then. I had a lot of people who were showing a lot of interest in my work, and that really inspired me to just keep going at it and keep doing better.
Get that bread.
What?
Get that motherfucking bread. Alright,
Was that... Wait, what is that from?
next question.
Like, is it that last one or the last one?
It is.
Oh. You're not gonna explain what Get That Motherfucking Bread is? I'm out of the loop here.
It's a meme thing, I think. I think it's from like a rap song or something. I don't know.
I don't know where it came from, I just say it.
But yeah, that was our last question. This was a lot. This video was. Q&A was a lot of fun. We'll probably do another one of these because honestly, this story I posted with the questions has only been up for like a few hours, and I'm probably gonna get a fuck ton more. So
we'll save the good ones.
Yeah. So next video, we might do another. We're probably gonna do another Q&A video because I thought this was fun. Maybe next time I'll be drawing for it.
Or how about this? You help us get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll do another Q&A.
Oh yeah, leave questions in the comments. If you have a question,
yeah, leave the comments.
Leave in the comments, and you'll say, "Do you have a chance to see it in the next video?"
I hate you right now. And then I'll post a
smash that like button,
and then
subscribe. Hit the bell.
I'm done with
Jerk your wiener.
I quit. I'm quitting. I'm quitting the show.
I'm quitting.
I'll post a finished version of this in the thumbnail on the intro to it. I was thinking about time lapse, but I have to wait for this thing to dry, and I'm irritated, and there's only a few minutes left on this memory card. I don't know if there's enough time. Anyway, did you have any closing things?
Nope. Thanks for all the questions you guys left us.
Thanks.
Thanks for being supportive. Leave more questions in the comments if you want to see it in a future Q&A video, because we're probably going to do another one because these are fun. And leave a like. Just kidding. Well, no. Well, if you're going to leave one, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, feel free to. But like I said, maybe we'll do another something special. Maybe a Q&A, maybe a live stream, maybe an IG live on Justin's profile. You can do mine too at the same exact time, but I don't have as many.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, so if you, let's say 1,000, we'll do another Q&A and some IG lives. 1,000 subscribes. That way we can actually...
We love you.
We love you, babies.
Thanks for the support.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Bye.
And gals and others. Bye. Really?
What?
A Q&A?
What?
Like I give a shit what people think?
What?
Why would you suggest a fucking Q&A?
Because it's fun.
But you think I care why...
I have a knife in my pocket. I'll make the fucking use of it.
You think I care what people are asking? You really think I care?
No one cares about you.
Well, clearly.
Fuck
it's just you.
Q&A's for me.
Show's only about you.
It is all about me.
Where's the recording? Fuck.
Doop-a-da, 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 doop-a-da.